Everybody get up, it's time to slam now.
Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Come on and slam, if you wanna jam.
Let me unwind your mind and take you out of the box that you put yourself in. Once awakened, you will move as such, and your mind will never sleep again. Freedom is something that is freely given. So why do us melanin people have to fight for it? Yet we were meant. Nowadays, all you have to do is fit the description, black male or female. Adult or children, it really doesn't matter. You'll still end up seeing death or a prison cell. When they brought us over here, they never meant for us to prevail, yet we seek freedom in a world that was meant for us to fail. The only use is entertainment, a white man yelled. Yet our vice president was black and a woman, but we are under a murder spell. See, they never meant for us to succeed. Projects, liquor stores on every corner, drugs, even more reasons to fail our sons and our daughters. So history can repeat itself and slavery be back in our corner. Black people, get up, wake up. It's time for us to see. USA wasn't built for us. We were only meant to build it up, yet we were meant. Freedom is something that is freely given. So why do us melanin people have to fight for it? Yet we were meant. And now that I have unwound your mind and took you out of the box that you put yourself in, you are now awakened and released. Let me unwind your mind and take you out of the box that you put yourself in. Once awakened, you will move as such, and your mind will never sleep again. Melanin. Hello, my melanin queen. Hello, my melanin king. Oh, yes, I'm talking to you. That melanin runs through your veins so pure, even the devil will bow down to you. So why? Why don't you know your royalty? Sitting up here acting as if though you're peasants, okay with being beneath. Pick up your crown, dust it off, put it on, adjust it, please. And when you see your fellow melanin, respect with ease. Now, let's be honest, melanin. If I was on fire, would you put me out? Or with the animosity you have for me, rather see me burnt out to ashes, and dust to dust? Why must us melanin people keep killing us? I'm talking about mentally, physically, and emotionally. Now, honestly, can we say we have never done that? Melanin people, it's time for us to reverse. Take back our freedom just like we rehearse. Hello, my melanin queen. Hello, my melanin king. Wake up. And now that I have unwound your mind and took you out of the box that you put yourself in. You are now awakened and released. Let me unwind your mind and take you out of the box that you put yourself in. Once awakened, you will move as such, and your mind will never sleep again. My declaration. I'm not following my dreams. I'm walking in my prophecies. Oh, and don't let me forget, nothing can stop me. I make the devil mad that he can't block me. So he sent his demons out to watch me. See, God designed me for a time such as this. And the signs that he's shown me, he does exist. No, he's not a myth. I know you've been made to think you're not a gift. Trust me, I know this. Some may dismiss and think I'm unfit for this position. Wait, hold up. Just listen. The world got you learning fiction. It's time to jump ship and get on the mission. Hear me out. We are gods too. He's just the great I am, the God above all gods. That's why he said to only praise him. I know some like it and some don't, but we should care about those who won't, because God could change anyone above and beneath the sun. And he wants us to love everyone. Yes, he creates all and controls all. So there's no better one to learn from. He even loved the ones that hate him. Curse his name even though he praised them. And he hates no one. See, God had to really humble me. Now I understand that there's no one above nor under me. So each day I live, I'ma spread love like the devil spreads sins, because I'm lyrically connected to God's voice. Call me his specimen. I'm activated. Don't call me an activist.
I have a confession. Sometimes I like to wear pantyhose. Oh, I know. It sounds shocking to hear someone as manly as me admit to wearing stockings, but there's just something about pantyhose. The way they make me feel when I have them on, my legs and hands remain the perfect accessories to my double life. When I get married, I don't care if my wife wants to wear the pants, just as long as I get the chance to wear pantyhose. And as far as hosiery goes, I don't really care for ultra sheer. I prefer opaque. They give me such great support when indulging in my secret endeavor, enjoying the texture of nylon, polyester, and spandex leggings. And when it comes to pantyhose, you'll never find me discriminating on the basis of color. I believe in equal rights for knee highs of all types, be they jet black, coffee brown, or off white. If loving pantyhose is wrong, I don't want to be right, because I like the way they make me feel when I'm in a public place. And I'm not ashamed. I tell everyone as soon as I walk through the door, get on the floor! Don't let the pantyhose on my head fool you. This is a stick up. No, better yet, this is an automated teller machine gun withdrawal. No, better yet, this is armed robbery reparations. Remember that 3/5 of a designation applied to black people in the past? Well, that's the reason why I'm wearing three-fisted pantyhose on my head. Now, take my bag and fill it up fast. Don't make me have to direct deposit this ammunition into your ass. Open up the safe. Take out some freedom and put it in the bag. Take out some universal health care and put it in the bag. Take out some housing for the homeless and put it in the bag. Take out some food for the hungry and put it in the bag. Take out a remedy for all of that Washington, D.C. fuckery and put it in the bag. Come on. You're moving too slow. You're moving too slow. You know what? Just throw my 40 acres in the mule in there because I got to go. And as I made my way towards the exit, something unexpected happened. And I thought I might have to start capping, but as I cocked back the hammer, I realized the problem. I was standing directly in front of the security camera. No! Please tell me I do not have a run in my pantyhose.
There's nowhere to hide from nothing. As it creeps down my street, tendrils reaching out to spread the fog of infinite loneliness, of nobody home now. Empty rooms with books no one is going to read, fruit in bowls left to rot, a discarded leash. Lights grow dim, mist spreads. The cars and the sidewalks are empty, the yards devoid of movement. The ornaments stare with plastic eyes. Open windows welcome wisps of loss. This clock stopped ticking just a few weeks ago, and it's done now. Not coming back. It's just no one here anymore. The magnets on the fridge grow weak, and the faces have fallen down, slipping into the smoke that smells like batteries taste. The quiet rings in my ears, while no one dances with no one to the beat of nothing, and I can't help but tap my foot.
The little girl who stood by watching. I miss that boy too. I bet he fought really hard and I love him. I wish I knew him. Maybe I do. I remember the empty pit in my stomach like dragon bile. On that day, I felt you struggling. I knew you were going under the knife. You know, the little girl who stood by watching, she died too. The day her daddy said goodbye and went to a new house with a new lady person, and for some reason without me. And I knew in that moment he wouldn't marry me. Instead, he would probably marry her, I guessed, at age 8, and then he did. I stopped trying on rings, ashamed of my vanity. All other hardships superfluous. To the death I died that sunny August day as I squinted in the sun and nodded my head dumbly, yes, Daddy, I understand, when really I never would. Funny, a straitjacket can be imposed upon a little boy, while a little girl who could have flown to the moon chose not to, but rather checked herself in for being subpar. She did unthinkably stupid things. She fell off porches on purpose like a fainting goat, crashed her car into an oak, took a few extra Tylenol. No one was paying enough attention. I was invisible except to the predator who eats alive the little girls, who hate being little and virginal, who hate being little and adorable, who long to be lanky blonde, rich, cool, sexy, smoking, wearing tight jeans, making out with Stevie by their locker, just with lips, not yet tongue. One day I bought Ipecac from a hungover pharmacist, and I almost died retching blood by the interstate in a ditch. It didn't work. Daddy didn't come home, and Stevie never dated me. I am still the little girl vomiting her insides out, trying to purge the hurt, the betrayal, the assault of a best friend's brother on my lower body. The dragon bile of loss and self-hatred that comes when she thinks this was all her fault. That comes when little virgins are convinced by best friends and helpful policemen that they asked for it. But you know these words, these frantic words the editors like, have been the first things ever been good enough that Daddy finally took notice and said, "Good girl, strong launch." Maybe if I am careful never to stop writing, he will finally come home. The only person still waiting here in her little yellow bedroom with the yellow paisley wallpaper is me.
I was not born to be small, not carved from hush, not designed to disappear. I will not acquiesce or negotiate who I am with you. I will not barter my skin, trade soft spokenness for your comfort. I will not reshape my words to fill your blueprint. I will not shrink, smooth, hush, or squeeze into the closet of your design. I will not silence myself, not for you, not for the world, not for the ghost in the mirror who once begged to be small. I will not unbecome to make you whole, apologize for taking up air, for burning too bright, for loving too loud. I will not dim my shine, soften my blaze, or make my survival a polite antidote. I am unapologetic, unbargained, beautifully broken, and untouched by your demands.
Black music makes me amen. Backspin, ballet, blackety black swan, bogle, boogie, bump, butterfly, call and response, cha-cha slide, clapping like congas, crunk in the trunk, disco ballin', doing the butt, doo-doo brown, drop funk master flex bombs over Baghdad, drop it like it's hot fun in the summertime, electric slide, family reunion, feel like bustin' loose, get down, get it, get on up, give it all you got, go bounce, grinding and grooving, grooving the heart, groove me, groove with you, hallelujah, homecoming, homegoing, house party, imitate kid and play, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that jazz split, jig, Josephine, jump back, kiss myself, cool Herc in the gang celebration, kung fu fighting the power, laffy taffy, lean with it, Lindy hip hop, mashed potato, merengue, mess around, moonwalk, move, get out the way, nutbush city limits, open chakras. Pray, put ants in my pants, put boots on the ground, quick to hit the dance floor, quiet storm, heartbeat, make me feel so weak, ragtime, Renaissance Harlem shake, Rosetta Rock and Little Richard roll, set it off, set us free, set the roof on fire, shaking what your mama gave you, soul train line, stanky legs, stomp, sugar shack, swing low, sweet chariot, throwing shoes, toe tapping, twerking, twist and shout out my day ones, 1, 2, 1, two-step, uptown funk, Vogue, walk it out, line up my waist, work hard for the dollar bill. Yes, y'all. Zero. Gravity. Black music makes me impossible to keep down.
This is not a trauma poem. This poem is not about trauma. It's not about what it takes to keep going after the impact in those first few moments of everything's changed. It's not about walking down hospital hallways that look like hallways where hearts are breaking. Not about having to count numbers out loud to hold back the panic when you're lying in the machine. No, this poem is not about trauma. It's not about a phone call from a stranger with news that takes your knees out. It's not about trying to talk through tears, getting out the goodbyes. Not about parents who abandon their children because sometimes biological imperatives don't work. No, this poem is not about trauma. It's not about the ripping or the tearing or the hurt, not the crying or the dying or the dirt, not shaking or quaking or lying or loss. No. This poem is not about a boy sitting outside his school building under a gray Texas sky, waiting to be picked up by a father who isn't coming ever again. And the man this boy has become still cannot understand why his dad didn't come for him that day or any day. No, this poem is not about trauma, not needles or exit bags or exit wounds or scars or pissing blood. No, this poem is about still being here. It's about getting through it and standing back up when the trauma poems are the best we can do.
Call me that which was never whole. Merciful Father, pride is a lion, is a predator, is my carcass, wide open for the hours calling. Monitor the tongues as they each take a turn in decoding this. What happened in my death hour? It was a regular Saturday for many. For me, the smiling hour. For me, the last time I would take pills, make coffee, visit the toilet, the shower. It was the last day of this name, vile crutch of self-demise, this thing which people do when they have nothing left to hope for. Despite the white ribbons and the beautiful half vases of rose water crashing in the obnoxious wind of November. The things people do to hold a vigil for one another, so much energy and I make it pointless. Please don't be angry at me for being so selfish. Everyone hates a kamikaze nosediver. I didn't mean to hurt you. I never wanted this name, this hush, mama still talking name, this quiet child, the preacher ain't done with you yet name, this snake charmer, coil up in the basket, hide and play the blame game, this I'll touch yours if you touch mine kind of poisoning shame. This girl at the party with hand over her mouth and a hand down her pants, trying to scream for help, name. It is the name of the feminist paying for the wars of men. They do not call us by our birth names, but by circus, sham, ruckus, smear campaign. Call me that which was never whole, or don't call me anything at all. Even if I am spilled rose water upon the lanai and you find yourself lying cheek to ground in the sweet stench of flour, sobbing, swearing my name through your pinched lips over and over. Over. Hear my name, the blind smear of suicide.
I was never taught to be a child. I was only ever taught to stay quiet, taught to withhold truths without outright telling lies before I knew it could cost me. I always believed love was earned by merely showing up, doing as told. But over and over, I was told that I was too much and not enough, all at the same time. And now I'm just invisible. So I wrote louder, loved harder, shouted into blank pages, waiting for something to answer. Nothing ever did. And now I'm angry. I will not rhyme pretty for your comfort. I will not apologize for the sharp edges of survival. I scream on paper because I was punished for screaming in real life, because the world turned down the volume and said, now, dear, be brave, be quiet. Well, fuck quiet. These poems are bloodletting. These lines are broken because I was. These poems don't soothe, they split open the quiet. They're not here to inspire, they're here to survive. I am not a metaphor for your healing journey. I'm a warning sign, torn down, repainted in rage. This is not poetry. This is evidence. This is what it sounds like when a girl stops pretending and finally opens her throat.
It's been a minute, or perhaps longer, since I pondered trials I've been told was to make me stronger. Thought tribulations that I've been through would be beyond where they wouldn't matter, except to make me wiser in discerning my decisions better. But the truth of the matter is that it's become harder, more challenging, but purpose to make me smarter. Time is of the essence. No evidence of the slow attainment of my potential ever making sense, but constant reminders that my purpose is yet in attendance. It's been my experience. Just when I take a step forward, I'm brought several steps backward. Why do you suppose that is? Could it be that I'm closer to my destiny than I could foresee? I have no choice but to seize every opportunity to become a better me, to not give up so easily, because ready or not, at some point, God is coming for me. From what I understand, he selects his best soldiers, prepares them so they're combat ready. So when their world is shaken, they remain steady. I guess that makes me resilient. Thoughts of this is ever present. The time I spent desiring my breakthrough to manifest to the present was preferable over waiting much later was my intent. But God laughs at our plans. It's quite evident. So I'm to conclude to remain steadfast, unmovable, always abounding, keeping forward thinking people always surrounding me. Positivity in that circle that's around, and to at least attempt methods that may get me that crown that exposes my lineage but keeps me grounded.
My poems pray. Please bow your head and close your eyes in the name of why bother is getting harder in a liquor toast. My poems pray. Poems pray, hands clasped before the hunt 5 times a day, tiger style, tiger bomb on my knees for my mantis style. Construction of bile, so I spit like I'm working on my Arabic, but it's my arrogance that feeds on my emotions. Example, I call pussy my ego, so it has to be stroked with calligraphy essence. Born sinner, curving my blessings, take that to the grave, it's my tombstone etching. Jesus carried a cross, I carried a pen, crucify my pages, so before me is BC, my process is CD, download a law and write it in an MP3. Thinking out of this world, can you telescope what's in the scope? My poem pray. I'm hunting for approval while I pray for sin removal. Should quote your favorite hymnal and hope that it move you. My funeral from a friend's view, death forgot me. I was just around the corner leaving roses for the corner. Really, I missed the bus, overslept. Jesus wept, now heads bow to my word food. Thoughts miss curfew. I speak a hooker's perfume that's enticing to my right end. What's the meaning? My demons reading rooms. This is my conscious obituary. Last breath arbitrary, a hell spawn in Mortal Kombat with instructions from Gabriel. Please pray as I pray. Pray for my prey, then pray for the day there's peace where I lay in. My dreams don't fade. I cuddle with the sun and don't fight with the dark. I hemorrhage pain from the heart. My eyes keep the spark as I walk towards the light. Old lies don't play a part as voice becomes angel with harp. The songs can empty out the morgue and rampage hell's horde. I devil envy. Need green, lantern for the spliff. On this by day and 2 if by night. Left hand is the gun, right hand is the knife. I came here looking to fight. I used to pray for a wife, then I prayed on her life. I fed on her wound and kissed the table goodnight. I'll tell you the truth, my living ain't right. I be sleeping around now. I got ignorance pregnant and she giving me twins. The price I paid for giving a rib and giving a pork. Allah Akbar. I prayed for a pen, then you sent me a sword. Engraved with metaphors, I swing it in vengeance of my feelings, so it's Excalibur and caliber pulled from the stone in my heart. My thoughts will pray for this art. Now I pray for this art to ease the pain that I cause, because eyes rain when I talk. There's just a lane that I walk. Where's there to gain from my thoughts if we both be leaving me lost? I gotta call my Baltimore folks. That's friend of the Raven. Edgar Allan is what I'm saving. Through that crest be shown and saving. Prophet thing of evil. I pray for your gaze no more. So how can I heal these sores when I'm only a man trying to learn from a God? Please forgive me if this poem is odd. It was really meant for the stars, sending shots at the sun to eclipse those scars. It's not the mark of the beast. I just tatted my sins. I text the devil and grin like, you don't know pain. You just an angel with an ego. Never felt the prick of reality's pin. Then he grabbed at his chin, said he's scared to walk in my Timbs. I told him if he could bear foot like witness, he might earn his forgiveness. But fuck it, I'm chilling. I don't master pain, I pill it. Got more if you willing. Take as many as you can just to see if your eyes hit the ceiling. I'm supposed to be praying, but just be standing here swinging in the shadows, just waiting for a poem called Eyes. So if you think this went too far, just know my poems pray to the hunter of gods. So this is my saving grace. My poems pray.
Life is the ultimate simulation video game our parents pre-ordered without reading its contents. The minority in the United States pre-ordered DLC sucks. I would like to have a refund, but no refunds are issued when life is set on survival mode. And that is what you do. Survive. Survive through trial and error, learn what it is to thrive in a seemingly never-ending cycle. Even if the results are not desirable at first, survive. As much as you try to survive and be the best version of yourself possible, there are always going to be those who view you as public enemy number one. There are always going to be those who refuse to look into the mirror, who deflect and overlook their flaws, painting them on your own canvas, trying to make you look like some kind of jackass. There are always going to be those who will instantly forget of all the good you put out, then villainize you and morally sentence you without trial at the first given opportunity, shining a big spotlight on a fallacy that the light's intensity has blinded them. There will be those who will blindly purchase lies without reading the price tag nor the package contents, proceeding to make a mess regardless. Forgiveness is a first step towards salvation. Forgive them, for they do not know any better. Their instinct is to jump to conclusions, shoot first, then don't ask questions, passing judgment like kidney stones, pissing out processed pain like processed food. Research and investigation is not valued here. Nobody pitches any no-hitters or perfect games on this field. It is impossible to go throughout life without making a few mistakes. However, nobody should be casting any stones, for we are all sins looking for holiness. Nobody's candles shine brighter if they blow out another's. May the silence of their hypocrisy scream and echo in eternity. May the welts from their pelting reduce in swelling over time. May the scars from the wounds depict a story of survival. Survive and thrive out of spite. Control your narrative. It's the only one you get. To my fellow poets who are prone to the influence of imposter syndrome, competing in poetry slams, man, they can potentially gaslight you into thinking that you suck. This isn't rocket science or Steiner math. The anxiety of your hearts clicking with the judges multiplied by a self-fulfilling prophecy equates to a really garbage case of imposter syndrome. Please keep in mind, numbers are just numbers. At the end of the day, numbers mean less than jack shit. Don't let a number prevent you from self-publishing or going on tour. Nobody is going to remember the score, but they'll remember the poem and message that's being sent from orator to audience. Do not let a number mislead you into thinking that you are not cut out for this craft. Art, like life, is subjective. We all experience the same things differently. Life is the greatest act of improv we'll ever know. Don't let imposter syndrome stray you away from the stage, this mic. This is sanctuary. This is the way. Step inside. You can be vulnerable here. We will catch you if you fall. You got them for 3 minutes. May your performance be a prayer to Apollo that will be answered in the form of
Let me unwind your mind and take you out of the box that you put yourself in. Once awakened, you will move as such, and your mind will never sleep again. Honestly, I had to lose self in order to gain God. On this road to recovery, I had to learn to let God cover me, put myself aside, because he doesn't need my help when helping me. Truth is, my outside didn't match my inside. Things weren't adding. I guess you can say that math wasn't mathing, but these are signs that he covered me, wrapped his arms around me, and let his love smother me. See, sometimes the rain felt like it couldn't stop. It was constant. Drip, drip, drop, drip, drip, drop, drip, drip, drop. Death had knocked on my door plenty times. I used to ask God why he didn't pull my time card. Clocking into work began to be too hard. Showing up began to feel like my body was on earth, but my soul was gone. See, my mind was running in circles. I just wanted to become whole. Truth is, my flaws were starting to show on the outside now. I wasn't as happy as that smile I pretended to wear. And honestly, there wasn't much I can do. When the things I kept hitting began to be a playground for the devil to send his demons to play around, jumping and climbing from bad memory to bad memory, never seemed good. Keeping painful thoughts in my head to keep my mind from doing good, so that my heart never had time to heal. In each generation that comes from me, the same history will repeat the same history. But I told God that that generational curse end with me, and I will no longer know defeat or feel incomplete. Now, I know y'all heard that saying, you reap what you sow. Well, honestly, I thought it didn't apply to me because I treated people how I wanted to be treated, but never got much of that in return. So I thought what I got was mine that I earned. But one day I got tired and I had to go to God. For without him, I could not last, and he's the only one to erase the pain from my past. See, we all must learn this valuable lesson. Everything we go through is to show us, but to teach others the lesson. So if you have a testimony, you must say something. Never know who you're helping. Why not be God's secret weapon? Tells what he's doing, even if you wouldn't call it a blessing. Him breathing breath in your body is enough to be the first lesson. Don't let him take it in order for you to get the message. So love for no reason, because we really do need each other. Learn to call just to say hello or to stop by and watch a TV show. Oh, yes, we know life be lifing, but there's someone out there suffering in silence. So take a few moments out of your day to tell someone you love them. You never know, it could be the first time they heard it, or it could be the last. We really don't know each other's life journeys, paths. We could be here today or going before night pass. So don't ever stop fighting for life, because after recovery was over and everyone disappeared, God taught me that he was always near and how to love myself with every flaw that he allowed. So who don't love me never crossed my mind anymore, because if you do or don't, I still love you more. Because on this road to recovery, I discovered me. And now that I have unwound your mind and took you out of the box that you put yourself in, you are now awakened and released.